Welcome back to another Friday afternoon video of bonkers global news. More bonkers than ever day by day passes, and more insane things you hear, which is unbelievable, but you can check it out for yourself. Let's kick off with the von der Leyen. Iris, the Pirate of Brussels. She has won a peace award. A fucking peace award. That fucking, was it warmonger inciting Europe to rearm because the Russians are going to come invade us, and invoking the New World Order. Clearly she's a bloody globalist. People don't seem to realise. People like her will lead you off the cliff, and when you don't know it, you fall down below. And now, Ukraine, Kiev, I think it's the Ministry of Internal or Justice, whatever it's called. Cases of draft dodgers on the increase. I wonder why. Okay, there were cases of draft dodgers in 2024. We're talking about 35,750 cases, and cases could be expected for 2025, 61,000 draft dodgers. You can't call them draft dodgers because they're not officially been drafted. They've been kidnapped off the roads to fight NATO's wars against Russia, whether you know or not. Now, Taurus missiles. The Russians said if they're going to be used against the Russians in the motherland, German targets will be selected, military targets. I think the Germans and the British and the frogs, I should start thinking about soiling their pants, because suppose they're sending in return a nice hypersonic missile with God knows what warhead on it, and what else? We have got bonkers. The Starmer couple. There's been recent photos of them being distant. The First Lady of the United Kingdom, very pissed off. I wonder why. She's got reason to suspect about her husband's infidelity with the Renty boys. Regarding the Renty boys, which are so-called being arrested for burning Starmer's property, current household property, and an old car. Well, what did the whistleblower say about these three chaps? These three chaps were sent by Kiev by the opposition candidates to spy on Starmer. Very interesting. And strangely enough, a few days after, this opposition candidate was killed. And obviously, these three Ukrainian chaps have connections with male prostitution and escorts. Why do you think the dear Prime Minister took a HIV test in front of the press a few months ago? Probably got caught something up his butthole. And like Rock Hudson, if you know what I mean. Italy. Now, before we go to Italy, let's go to a capital in America, the Congress. They're discussing an AI bill. Is it to regulate AI or introduce it as a main instrument of government in various civilian and military sectors. A bit like that film Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, which such entity took over the world. The nuclear missiles. We have to be very, very careful about AI. If it gets too human, it considers as a threat for its existence. Italy. Noipa. That happens to be a digital portal for those people who want to have access to the public administration, you know, local governments and stuff like that, or ministries. You need a thing which is called speed, a digital identity. And strangely enough, people's digital identity, speed, was stolen. And I want to make you do this speed and say it's safe. Because many public servants, like teachers, members of the public services, armed forces, police, somehow they didn't receive their monthly wages. Why? Because they had discovered the IBAN which the employer should set their monthly wages to be credited on was changed. Their problem was credit on IBAN on a different place. Well, you can trace that before the hackers don't pull the plug. And you know what they're saying? We have to introduce biometric parameter measurements, face recognition. Like this is a lot more safer. A lot more safer. If that speed in the first place, which should guarantee the safety of people doing things online with government portals and digital platforms and stuff like that for the public administration, you want people to do that. Come off it. Whose leg are pulling, mate? It's all instrument to control people in the end, because they want to push you digitally for digital passport, digital ID, digital currency. It's all that stuff, mate. It's Orwell 1984, but more high tech. A bit like the situation of the von der Leyen invoking the New World Order. I wonder why that. If you have half a brain cell, start connecting the dots, because it's not for the citizens' benefits. It's for their benefits. Because one day they want to control you. And these so-called IA Big Brother systems, they're starting to use it on the experimental level, and afterwards it will go into full service next to no time. And this is a good excuse in using these so-called hacker cases, because God knows they could be even behind them, these episodes, to entice you to use other systems, biometric scanning, face recognition, all that shit.